Wellness and Good Day Away. Today is August 9th, 8/9/2025. Still in the throes of the full moon, even though we're into sunrise. The peak was roughly 8 hours ago. It was at 3:55 a.m. this morning. So that's why you heard me say last night was a full moon, because anytime you have the full moon before the sunrise, it belongs to that night before. So happy full moon, because we're still in it. Plus we're in the tail end of the Lions Gate for people who subscribe to that. I guess the best thing I can ask is, are you still here? Are you still here? And I mean that in the duality of people who always lie to themselves during the Lions Gate about, well, the Lions Gate gonna be the time we get a new paradigm and a new consciousness shift, and my superpower is gonna go back into activation and all this other shit, you know. The Lion Gate. Are you still here? Because here's the tidbit. Even if you did find yourself in activation or reawareness of some special gifts, are you still here? Are you still here? Don't lie to me and quit lying to yourself. So I'm gonna do this real quick because I think I'm gonna go off and come back on and do my 2026 assessment while I feel like it. So 8/9/2025, struggling for the highest vibration in the year of control. I'm just trying to find a way to stay ahead of the shit. And that's really any and everybody. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, really, and don't lie to yourself. Everybody out here is feeling some form of pressure from the current paradigm we exist in. There is nobody, just like in 2020, even those of us who, stayed in our natural healing cycles and things like that. When 2020, when the fear word came out, COVID and all that other shit, people hypochondriacally fell apart, sympathetically start making themselves get sick and shit like that, and everybody just bit into fear. Everybody was like, man, don't lose your vibration. A lot of people were like, hey, this 2020 shit is bigger than what y'all think it is. Stop eating the fear. You better make sure that you stay here. Make sure that you stay present and stop tying into everybody else's energy. 2025 has kind of been like the same type of thing, only it's not a medical sickness, it's a mental one. And you're seeing it where people are crashing out, and you're seeing where people are becoming more fixated in their levels of psychosis. People are standing stronger on soapboxes that are already melting. And again, resonance and ignorance only. Do what works for you, but you have to realize at some point you're working for it. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta make sure that you can answer the question, are you still here? In the case that I am still here, what am I doing to perfect my existence? Notice I didn't say the word journey. What am I doing to perfect my existence so that I don't end up on a journey? Only you can answer them questions. The deeper vibration for today, 899, is 899. Struggling with 99. 99 is what we call end game. Think about it in the sense of good old Atari and original PlayStation games. When you get to level 99, you got to face yourself. The shadow boss. Holy shit, I got to fight myself. Again, that's a trick and a trap. But when you are trying to get to the end game, you're trying to make it through everything so there's nothing else in your way. And even in that game, fairy dust, even in that game, you get there and you fight yourself so that you can win the game. Again, that's why I say it's a trick and a trap. You should never fight yourself. You should always be accountable for your choices. You should always be aware of the potential possibilities of, yeah, this is what I want, but that ain't what I saw. You know what? Can't be fucked up. I invested in that because I thought it was what I wanted. It ain't showing me what I want. So it's my right to disinvest my energy, not necessarily move. Wholeness. So again, like I said, the deeper vibration of the day is 899, where you're just struggling with trying to get in your highest vibration. But if you're not already in your highest vibration before you pick up a struggle, you're already lost. You're only going to be responsive to what you think is going to allow you to have the safest space. So I'm going to do this real quick because I think I am going to go ahead and come right back on and do my potential forecast for 2026, which I already told you. Energetically, 2026 ain't looking pretty at all. 8, struggle. 9, control. 2025, the year of control. 899, struggling to get to the end. That's so much. I'm not even gonna do it today. But think about it. If somebody can trick you and tell you that you got to go through something, and then that's the only thing you believe in, you'll become a fanatic. Guarantee you, I'll probably get at least one in here before I go off. When somebody has already mentally programmed and told you what you got to do to get to the end, you'll move hell and high water trying to get to a heaven that might not even be there. It ain't. But here we go. 8, you struggling. You struggling with them thoughts in your head. You struggling with them thoughts in your head, but you don't understand the war is already within. Remember I told you, you're trying to get to your 9. The 8 is going to try and get you to your 9. But guess what? Your 9 is really a 6. Your 9 is really a 6. Your question was, why do I perceive 8 as a struggle? Even if you want to tie it into tarot, where 8 is the strength card, on the traditional tarot card, you see a man wrestling with a lion. That's a struggle. In my own personal numerology system, 8 is the war with the thoughts in your head. There should never be with the war and thoughts in my head, because the thoughts in my head belong to the thinker. 8 also, if you look at an 8 and turn it on its side, it represents the Ouroboros. It represents the infinity symbol. The infinity symbol is you chasing yourself with no way of escape. It is a continuous loop. If you understand the Ouroboros circle, it is the snake eating its own tail, shitting his own tail back out into his mouth so that he can eat his own tail again. That's a struggle. It is a continuous loop motion, but you have no chance of getting free. Henceforth, it's a struggle. So, and think about it. When people say, well, 8 is the number of abundance. Abundance could be a struggle. Holy shit, you open your mailbox and there's 95 bills in there. You got an abundance, all right. Now you got to struggle to pay them motherfuckers. Or I got 19 girlfriends. That's a struggle. I'm just saying. Resonance only. So that's why 8 is a struggle for me, is because it represents the war with whatever's going on in my head. I'm struggling to achieve whatever the strongest thought in my head. So don't get bent up on that word struggle. Struggle can be a good thing. I'm struggling to stay ahead of everything else, but it still perceives the need to have motion. So that's what I'm saying. I'm full of them. I'm full of shit and I'm full of perspectives. I'm not going to do that. So the 8 is the war. Remember, I just told you 8 is the war with the thoughts in your head. But think about it. And everything that I said, that load of vast energy, love that you're exerting, you're already harming yourself. You have torn yourself apart and trying to find something else that matches you, but you can't trust it, and it don't trust you, and you don't even trust yourself. See how she holding the blade? You keep holding that blade by the motherfucking sword. I mean, keep holding the sword by the blade. You're going to get cut, even as you're preparing to cut whatever's getting in your way, which the analogy to that is everything that's getting in your way is really just you. I've had a saying for almost 10 years. Everything is a reflection of you in your healing or your sickness. And until you can get rid of your sickness, you won't realize that healing was the fucking sickness altogether. The ideology that I got to go through something, the ideology that I am in harm, go back to what I said at the beginning if you wasn't in here, 2020 produced a lot of fucking hypochondriacs. Wear a mask, you gonna get sick. And now your immune system just said, okay, boop, this is what you ordered. You don't invest in your own health and healing, and you go into the liars to lie to you about how to fucking be truthful. You already fucked. So you already struggling with yourself. So the 8 is you already at war with yourself because you don't trust in your own ability. Holy shit, America, vote. You don't trust in your ability to govern yourself, so you hire somebody who can't do it for you. And then get mad when they don't do it for you, when they already told you, I'm not going to do it for you because we belong to somebody else. You want a master who already served a master, you already enslaved twice. So, 8, you struggling with the war, but the war shouldn't have been a war because you already know what the fuck's going on. You just don't want to see. You just don't want to believe what you're seeing, so I ain't trying to hear it. I ain't trying to hear it. So 9, you trying to get to your, exactly, you trying to get to your highest vibration, but your highest vibration has already been placed under control. You can't vibrate higher than what you understand. And if you're taking all your lessons from somebody whose whole goal is to keep you standing under, you're fucked. So your 9 is you trying to get to your highest vibration, but that ain't vibrational at all. Nope. Thank you. You're already with me. Remember I told you you're trying to get to the 9? 36. The 9. What was the first number? 6. And I told you 6 is traumas. If you try and figure out how to break the glass instead of figuring out how I got into the glass, the only thing I'm going to do is struggle with the glass. The same way I got in that motherfucker, there's probably a way to get back out. Not always in the sense of a rat trap. If you go into a rat trap or a crab trap, once you get in, you can't get out. The problem is if I had enough awareness to understand what the limitations was going to be, then I would have never got in that motherfucker in the first place. This is the FAFO card. This is the king of shamans. This is that motherfucker that told me, you better figure out who you are. Everything in this universe will tell you what it needs you to be. Everything I just got through saying. You going to the master on trying to figure out how to be free when the master is only working for who he's enslaved to. You fucked. So your highest vibration already has limitations. So don't fight with what got you limited. Stop limiting yourself. Don't worry about what somebody done to you. Wonder about what you did to yourself in this most dirty word here, W-H-Y. Why? Why am I doing this to myself? I didn't read the post, but it came across my timeline. It was something about a man catches his girlfriend cheating 8 times just weeks after she had an abortion. I don't know the parameters of that whole fucking situation, but motherfucker, are you dumb? This was your potential baby mama. For whatever reason, she had an abortion and y'all still together, and now you done caught her cheating 8 times. At what point was 1 not enough? That's why. Because he tricked himself into thinking that he was in love when he was just really in an attachment with his own fucking traumas. You are now tied into something or somebody that is hurting you because you are already hurting yourself by making the allowance and choice not to set yourself free. That is what we all do. The orange carrot doing something. Get rid of that motherfucker. We can't. Oh, it says right here, you the people have the power. It's not the truth. You'll take a truth and turn it into a lie because you're used to being lied to, so that's your truth. 8, 9. You at war would already got you limited when the whole fucking word was, I'm going to govern you. You understand? Govern means to limit. You put a governor on a car, it limits its speed. You put a governor on a person, it limits what it can do. You at war with your limitations, but you the motherfucker that signed up for the contract. So holy shit, 2025, the year of control, you signed up for this contract. I told you last year, 2025, the year of the tricksters, the year of control, the year of FAFO. Holy shit, here go FAFO. Fuck around and find out what your limitations are and then get mad about it. Don't get mad at what puts you in limit. Don't get mad at what keeps you in limit. Get mad at why you put you in limits. So 2025 just said, hey, I'm only doing what you hired me to do. I'm only doing what you hired me to do. It's another motherfucking 9. Holy shit. It's another 9. I'm only hiring you to keep you moving. This is La Luna, the moon, emotion. To keep your energy moving makes you invest in that reality. That which moves you becomes your reality. In the analogy I just gave you about that guy that was stuck with the woman that was cheating, his ideal of love is what was moving him, so he kept making concessions for his own pain. Same thing with 2020. The idea of fear became so glamorized that people were more willing to eat fear than to learn to establish peace and set themselves free. So you begged for more limitations. Now, if it's 10 o'clock, you can't even go to the fucking store, and there's no real reason why. You made an already limited situation even more fit for more limits because you motherfuckers ain't ready to be free. Why? $8.99. Your end game is, I just want to figure out the best struggle. That's a fool. I got 13 people in front of me, and all 13 of them mean to put me in some form of struggle. Which one you gonna choose? This will probably be a 10, the Lilith choice. You shouldn't choose any of them. You should choose you. But I have to because you can't go through this journey on your own. You need a tribe. But holy shit, your tribe already told you they're going to harm you. Yeah, I know, but I just ain't got nothing else to do and I'm lonely. No, you a fool. You ain't lonely. You in self-harm. You're a self-sabotage, victimized mindset to think that you have to have nothing because having nothing is better than having yourself. I didn't say that wrong. So $8.99, where I'm only struggling with trying to get to the end game so I can see myself in the highest vibration, you've already lost your power. I can't make this shit up. You already lost your power. This becomes your reality. The reality is you are harming yourself, and until you can see where you are harming yourself, all the experiences that you keep manifesting through the lion's gate and the full moon are only going to be a reflection of that which you ordered. You've already gave all your potential to that struggle. What was the struggle? The war that is already traumatizing me, and that 6, that trauma, becomes the 9 I'm trying to find. The trauma is the highest vibration thing in here. And I've been telling y'all this for years. You're not healing you here. You're healing your traumas. See, I need to get in touch with my inner child that didn't get to go to the candy store when they was 6, and that's why I still act like a piece of shit when I'm 53. Huh? So that's your reality, is trying to take accountability from now and blaming it on what you didn't get then, when you can't change then, but you can change your now by keep on focusing on then. And that become your reality because it's glamorized and it's what you got to do. Who the fuck told you got to do it? A bunch of other broke up motherfuckers who ain't working on it either. So your end game be just trying to find the best struggle to struggle with, but struggle nonetheless. 8 plus 18, 26. 26, empathy. I have energetically been moved into the best path that's going to show me why. Only it's Y as in Y-O-U and not Y as in W-H-Y. I just want to see me. But who are you responsive to my pain? But why? I ain't ready for that yet, says the average person. I don't want to know why. I just need a safe space to think. I just need to be left alone. So you mean you just want your traumas to be less traumatizing, but traumatizing nonetheless. So the 26, where you are empathically corded to struggle, because you like chaos, that potential already belongs to the 6. That potential already belongs to the 6. But only in your perspective, the 6 is a 9. Holy shit. 6, 9. Yin yang. Balance. Been telling y'all this for a long time. Balance is a trick. Balance means that I have to give my energy, or I have to give my attention, which is energy nonetheless. I have to give my attention and intention to something else that I think can potentially keep me in balance. Wholeness is there's only me. And before I give me to somebody else, I got to take accountability for why I pulled me apart. See the difference? Probably not. 26, you like chaos because it's the only thing you've been taught. Chaos so much to the point to where you think it's order. Why? 1 plus 6, 7. Your spiritual journey. What are you doing? Ordering a war on my limitations because I think it's my reality, and that's the only reality I know, even though it keeps showing me chaos. So that 26 becomes an 8 is actually what I mean to say. The 26 becomes the 8, the struggle itself. So you are too connected to the traumas, so much to the point that the only thing you're struggling with, remember I told you 8 was you already trapped in that overboard circle, and the only thing you are eating and feeding are your traumas. 2 plus 6, 8. What am I struggling with? My traumas. Stuck. Death. Stagnated. What did I just tell you? 8 was the war with the thoughts in your head. The potential, 1, belongs to 3, the thoughts. Wholeness. So I'm stuck in my head. We see that shit all the time. Hey, man, you keep sabotaging yourself. Yeah, man, I just can't get it out of my head. I can't get that shit out of my head, so that's the only thing I believe in. Then you fucked. If you can't make space or concession for change, then you already done fatfold your limitations. And it ain't nobody else. It's all you. It's all you. You can cry, whine, and moan and bitch all day long about what somebody did for you or didn't do to you or didn't do for you. But motherfucker, the only common denominator in everything I just said was you. What did you allow? And what are you going to do different? Or wonder why you keep getting the same. Ta-da!